Hi, my name's Andrea and I'm a Stoma Nurse who works for Vanilla Blush, and I'm here with my first vlog experience, and I will be coming to you on a weekly basis vlogging with the core muscle in mind and thinking about gently exercising that post-operatively. But before we even think about that, let's just talk a little bit about the core. The core is not just involving your abdominal muscles, it's much more than a six-pack. It involves the glutes. I have a lovely picture here for anybody who's interested, and down into the hip flexors, all the way up to the scapula, and obviously all the deep abdominal muscles that are involved as well. So that is the core when we talk about the core. So most movement is generated from the core. The power comes from the core. So in order to train the core, we need to train all the muscles that are involved, okay, and look at that as being a good foundation to start off with, the building blocks really, which enables all movement then to be safe and structured. Okay, so your breath is the key component as well in working with the core. Exhaling on any movement or any stretch will bring you power, steadiness, and interacts the deep abdominal muscles. Okay, so before we think about doing any core exercises, I'd just like to do a couple of really simple breathing exercises with people for people to be trying to bring a greater body awareness. Now, the breathing mechanism is linked to the nervous system, so obviously that affects the way you feel. And I think these gentle breathing exercises can be done on a daily basis, whether you're sat in a chair or lying on the bed in the afternoon having a relaxation, or however you want to do it. But let's just bring a little bit of awareness to that firstly. So the first one we're going to look at is alternate nostril breathing, which can be done in the chair. You don't have to have any specific, I've got no sporting attire on today. All these exercises that we're going to look at today can just be done in your comfortable clothes, as long as you're comfortable. Okay, so basically if you were sat in the chair, make sure your back is straight and your shoulders are nice and relaxed and the jaw is soft and the neck is soft. Okay, if you need to do a little bit of shoulder rolling first or a little bit of neck release of tension before you start, that could be a good idea. Okay, so with alternate nostril breathing, basically you're just breathing in through your nose and you're closing one nostril. So for example, I'll give you a demonstration and try and talk as I'm doing it. So we're going to breathe in through this nostril. Bring your little finger onto the left nostril and breathe out through your right. Feeling the abdominal muscles contract and interact, what happens to your diaphragm as it raises up. And really just do that as a general cycle, which will bring about calmness and steadiness. Very good for if you're feeling a little bit anxious, just to sit and do a couple of rounds of that kind of breathing. So I'll just do it a couple of times now so you can see about what I'm doing. Okay, so we're going to breathe in through the left nostril. It does have a very calming effect. It slows the breathing down, will help lower blood pressure and help relieve tension and anxieties. So that's a really simple one just to be doing, and it does bring greater awareness of where the breath is going and what your body's doing as you're breathing in with that deep breath. The next one I'm going to look at is just when you can lie on the bed to do this. You could do it sat in a chair, but just make sure that your spine is supported and in alignment. And as I say again, everything is relaxed in your upper body. Very important to keep your jaw and your face, try and keep everything soft and relaxed. Okay, so I will get into my lying down position. Excuse me. Okay, so for this one, you can be on the bed or on your floor. You can have your legs bent, feet about hip width apart. You could have a beanbag under here so you felt more supported, or some pillows, or you can do it on your bed, or you can have your feet relaxed and legs relaxed in neutral position. Okay, so for this one, we're just going to lie flat onto our backs. Okay. I'm going to put my knees bent just to show you because it probably will give more feel like your abdomen's more supported. The hands can be in neutral position, or a lot of people like to put one hand on their abdomen and one hand on the chest because it helps focus in on what's happening with the breathing. Okay, so what we're going to do here, we're just going to breathe in through the nose very deeply and count to 4. It's a slow breath, no holding of breath at all or retaining any breath. Very important when you've got a stoma, you don't want to raise into abdominal pressure at all. Okay, so we're taking a slow deep breath in for the count of 4 through the nose and an exhalation for the count of 4. Okay. Okay, so feel where that breath's going. Keep doing that in a cycle and feel where the breath goes from your abdomen. Feel it expanding and releasing. Feel the diaphragm lifting. Feel the chest expanding. And each time in that cycle of breathing, your body should naturally become more relaxed. Think about your spine being supported by the floor. No tension. Don't try and hold any tension anywhere. Any tension or any breathe into that space and let go of it on the exhalation. And also any thoughts that might pop in. Hi, Perry. Any thoughts that might pop into your mind, any anxieties, any tensions, think about it, breathe into the space and let the thought go and bring your mind back to the breath. Okay, so that's it for this one. Just a little bit of an introduction to breathing. There's lots of information out there on breathing, lots of stuff on different websites. So have a look around and explore a little bit. And I will be back next week with our first core muscle exercise. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye bye now.